The good side is the stable government. The bad side is that Mr. Modi has a certain record.
Okay.
And we must see what kind of Prime Minister Mr. Modi will make. That's the big question
It's
mark.
already 9:20. So can I just get a quick round from our political panelists, and I'm going to come back to that. Piyush Goyal, Sanjay Jha, let's open this up, right? First to Sanjay Jha, you compared him to Hitler, right? You said he's a threat to Bhartiyata, right? Then you said he sows zahar ki kheti, right? You said all that. Now that the campaign is over, the exit polls and opinion polls are out of the way, have you overplayed the fear factor? And my question to you is, did you overplay on only the fear factor as the vote-catching device for the Congress party? Sanjay Jha, open it up, then Piyush Goyal comes in, then we are in open debate. Sanjay.
Arnab, who called Mr. Modi the butcher of Gujarat? Not the Congress party, it was the TMC. What did Mayawati ji have to say? What did Mulayam Singh have to say? I mean, you have to look at the entire spectrum here. And let us not forget that in all the hype and all the expected, hysteria over Mr. Modi, what is a fact? I mean, right now, forget the rhetorics for a moment. The fact is that Mr. Modi protected and promoted somebody called Maya Kodnani, who was finally convicted for murder. And I remember when in your own interview with Mustard, when you asked him a question, he was distinctly uncomfortable in answering that question. So the truth is, it's not just about the Gujarat riots, it's not just about the fake encounters that happened where his own great commander-in-chief has gone to jail and is still under investigation. It's about the Snoop game, which I think is a very grave issue. I think these are fundamental points of liberty and freedom in India that Mr. Modi has still got to answer.
No, I think the BJP can let the BJP respond. No, let Piyush Goyal respond, because we've spoken and he has a... The question is this, just hear them here. Just hear them here. Now the question here is, we are talking about the political impact of a strategy. So yes, your strategy was to say there is a fear factor on Modi. So Rahul Gandhi said there is a global sentiment that the lives of 22,000 people are in danger if Modi comes to power, right? You have used the fear factor, but has it worked is the question. We can't go back into those same old issues. My question is, did you overplay the political impact of the fear factor? Now the response comes from Piyush Goyal, who was smiling as you were responding there. Piyush Goyal, I'd like your rebut, please, on that.
Okay.
Arnab, thank you very much for all the nice words you suddenly seem to have to say for Mr. Modi and the BJP. But I think this fear factor that whether it's Sanjay Jha or the other of his ilk have tried to project over the last few months has not resonated with the people. This will be a people's mandate. We will know about it in 2 days' time. This will be a mandate where the people have trusted Mr. Modi for his track record, they have trusted him for his vision, and they have trusted him for his integrity. I think today the nation is at a crossroad where they are looking for good governance, they're looking for effective leadership, and they also want to give a message, particularly to the Congress and many other of their supporting parties, that we do not accept this kind of government or governance. We will not tolerate corruption of these levels, and we trust Mr. Modi. Mr. Vinod Mehta is a seasoned journalist. Unfortunately, he has not gone over his own phobias, which he is carrying with him for the last many years. But I would only like to appeal to Mr. Mehta that please move on in life, just like the people of India have moved on. I think the courts have passed their verdict. I think now the people have passed their verdict, which will be evident to everybody in 3 days' time. I think the nation today wants to go into its next leap forward. It's high time we try to bring the whole polity together in a constructive manner and stop
But I am raising legitimate concerns about what kind of prime minister
One minute.
And is Mr. Modi going to keep his majority in check, or is he going to behave the way he behaved in Gujarat as chief? Is he the chief minister of Gujarat or the prime minister of India?
But what has he done wrong in Gujarat?
Sunil Alak, just a minute. I just want to say one thing to Piyush Goyal. No, just a question. Sunil Alak, just a minute, please. Just a minute. I want to set the record straight. It is entirely possible, Mr. Piyush Goyal, that you see things where they are not there. You hear things where they are not seen. But let me assure you, with absolute conviction at my command, that I only asked a series of questions. If you saw in those questions some compliment I was paying to you or to Mr. Modi, I think you can revise what you went through. As far as I know, I was only asking questions.
Revise the question?
As a journalist, Mr. Piyush Goyal, there is one bad habit I have not picked up. And that bad habit is to not try and please politicians. And I can assure you, Mr. Piyush Goyal, till I remain a journalist, I will never be in the business of praising politicians to make them happy. I will ask them the questions to all, including to you.
Journalism.
Including to you.
So I hope
and I will ask questions to all.
Today that Arnab has kept a caveat till he's a journalist. So the question could be directed to you, Arnab.
So Mr. Piyush Goyal, let me add one more word to you, that till my dying day, and place this on record, I will remain a journalist. There will be journalists who will not say this to you on television. I will say that to you as well. But anyway, let's get a response from Pavan Verma.
He also made a lot of promises, but he never fulfilled them.
I speak for myself. I speak for Pavan Verma. I get.
Politicians have the copyright on that one.
No, anyways, we are moving, we are straying away. Not a second. Pavan Verma.
My God, I've seen you after a long time.
The question is over this fear factor. You heard Vinod Mehta. You heard Sanjay Jha. I'd like your take. Pavan Verma, to Piyush Goyal and to the other panelists. The debate is only warming up now on the Newshour. Pavan Verma, is the question irrelevant?
Arnab, I don't believe the question is irrelevant if the BJP has got the numbers that it claims to have or the polls show. We wish the new government well and we wish the country well. But I think that there is an apprehension. If you don't want to call it fear, you can call it a deep concern in a large number of Indian people. And by rubbishing this fear or this apprehension, you don't achieve anything. I think this triumphalism must go. You are on the threshold and on the anvil of a great responsibility of a large country which has diversity written into its grain. And therefore, you must take on board the concerns and the criticism that perhaps you need to have a more inclusive vision which assures more than it alarms. And I believe that as far as this country is concerned, Mr. Modi has to do much more on that. I am not saying he won't do it, but I think at the current juncture, I think there has been a great polarization on grounds of even faith in these elections. And I think we need a healing touch. We need a far greater sense of assurance in order to get past.
But you should seek that from the Samajwadi party too. You should seek that from them too.
Arnab, reaction.
Arnab, can I come in now?
And counter reaction. I am not making a plea for the Samajwadi party. I am just saying that in this country, it is not the best of things to have such a polarized political entity. It is neither good for governance nor for the kind of peace and harmony which the people of India
I throw this. Now you see there is a section here. There is one group here, at least I can see visibly to my left on the panel today, in which includes Sabha, I guess Meghnad Desai also, and Sunil Alag, who believe this debate has gone on for far too long, if I can understand express your feelings. And Sabha will express her points of view.
Yes. Arnab, first of all, I want to say I resent being asked by people if I am afraid. This country belongs to me as much as it belongs to others, with whom I may disagree.
Well said.
Number one, there are serious, so I resent it, and it's happening a lot to me these days, and I don't like it at all. This is my country, and I'm not afraid of anything.
Well said.
Having said that, there are always legitimate concerns about a certain way of functioning, and it's not only about Muslims. There are concerns in the BJP. There are concerns about the autocratic style. There are people in the BJP who've told me that projects will get cleared overnight, because there will be no environment minister to listen to and to raise a petroleum minister. So there are clear fears about that. But about this, Arnab, let me finish my point about the Muslim issue. people there are genuine concerns, but it's become a red herring for other things, and far too many parties just sort of hold out this Muslim fear thing, and many Muslims are getting annoyed at this. Because they don't vote as herds. The votes get divided. They have other choices to make. So they have become this sort of image against which you create. So I don't like
Desai,
it.
Please. Meghnath Desai want to add it. Sunil, I'm coming to you. Yes, Meghnath Desai. No, 1 second. So Gaurav, understand the deeper point she is making. She is saying, stop the stereotyping. Part of the playing up of the fear factor leads to stereotyping on the other side. She's making a point. And Gaurav, by the way, you're masters at stereotyping. Don't mind my saying so. But Azam Khan tried to be the wizard at stereotyping and may have just failed. 1 second, coming to you, Meghnath Desai. Here, Meghnath Desai. Yes, please.
13,000 riots have happened in India in the last 50 years.
There we go back.
Right? Most of them under Congress rule. 300 riots have happened in the Samajwadi party since they came to power lately. Now, why do we have to go on only about one riot? Why do we go on stereotyping?
It's not about talking.
Stereotyping Muslims.
It's not about the riots.
Stereotyping Muslims all the time.
There are two ways of doing this.
Let them complete. Let Meghnath Desai complete.
There are caste riots in India, there are communal, and what's more, riots are a state subject, not a central subject. Riots will be controlled at the state level by the police. Center will not have very much to do with it. Why do we go on and on about Godra?
No, 1 second.
Can I just make one small point?
Just a minute. I want to come to the studio and just present the situation here today. No, just for sake of clarity of our panelists. Just for the... 1 second, Sanjay Jha. The debate is evenly split. On my left today, it's by accident and not by design. I have a few panelists who say, move on.
Exactly.
There are concerns.
Who are saying, don't build...
Don't 80%.
I'm saying there is not much to
Can I just say
1 minute?
The country.
Congress is as bad.
Not an empty recording.
Congress is as
Lord
bad
Desai
as
should know his
anybody
facts
else.
before he makes a statement in public.
Congress is as bad as anybody else.
He says the Congress is as bad as anybody else. If only you heard him.
I mean, I hold the Congress
Lord
responsible.
Desai, Gujarat was unique because Mr. Modi allowed a genocide to happen. It's unique, it's different, it's extraordinary because the Chief Minister of Gujarat allowed it to happen.
What about the
Kindly understand what you're saying.
As far as I'm concerned, why don't people go across to Gujarat? And yes, you can. 1 second. Now everybody said it. No. I didn't interrupt you. You are questioning him on some social issues, on women and whatever else. His approach has been, I have to earn the money before I distribute it. Congress has been, let's distribute the money, whoever gets it. So he's brought about peace for 10 years. I have traveled all over Gujarat. I've spoken to Muslims who drive autos, cars, and they're saying, thank God for the peace. Thank God for nothing happening. I get my daily wage. They are happy. The fear factor is coming from outside Gujarat.
Now can we hear from
what the hell's going on? Carry on talking about Mr. Modi coming as a Hawa, and he's going to bring about what?
Just a minute. So Sunil,
he's brought about peace in Gujarat. He's bring peace in India.
Can I just say this?
He's saying it again and again. Let's get Muslims and Hindus together.
Yes.
There's a development model. We are carrying on. Actually, two people should be on a lighter note. Let's put two people into the cabinet for Mr. Modi. One is Mr. Sanjay Jha. The other is Mr. Manishankar Iyer. They've done more for Mr. Modi than they could have ever done.
Okay, now you promised to hear the other side. Sankarshan first.
That's just as a joke.
No. This side now, I set the rules of the game. This side now listens to the point of view on the other side. Kamal, Faruqui, I'll come into it. Sankarshan. No, hear Sankarshan. Hear the contrary perspective. That's what is important. Sunil Alagh, debate. Debate by all means. Don't close your mind.
No, I'm not closing. I've been on the road for a month. Exactly
yes, you
a month.
Can tell him.
I will tell you what my sense of what this election is about. This election has been about one man. He's called Narendra Modi. Agreed. This election has been about the absence of any serious competition from the Congress party to him, which is the national party. So the competition to Narendra Modi has come from local groups, state parties, this, that, not the Congress. I haven't seen that happen. 3, what concerns me, I think what Mr. Amit Shah said a while ago in response to some of our questions, I think he should be heard and held to what he said.
Which is? Summarize for those who didn't join us then.
Which is that when this government comes, it will
be a government for even those who have not voted this party.
Right. Yeah. What's the true test of that? Let's be specific. What's
that
the true test of that?
But
Kamal Faruqui.
No, 1 minute, Arnab, 1 minute. What concerns me, Arnab, 1 minute. What concerns me is the intolerance of the following of Mr. Narendra Modi. Yeah. If he gets elected, we are not allowed to oppose him. If you oppose him, you are anti-national.
Said that.
There's a man.
You've got to look at people like Subramaniam Swamy.
1 minute. I'm caught in between both sides.
Say that, so I can open it and say that. So don't keep countering. 1 minute. The intolerance of that constituency, that if you do not subscribe to Mr. Modi because he has won an Indian election, you oppose him and you become anti-national. It's a discourse which is dangerous, and I think the BJP and the NDA will have to think about it.
Okay, 1 second. We have Piyush who wants to respond to that. 1 second. We have a debate here. Sunil Alagh, 1 minute. Yeah. Let me moderate this. Let everyone get their word in. Kamal Faruqui hasn't come in. You're coming in after Piyush.
Two questions.
Yes.
And let me leave because you have 10 panelists. And it's an old rehash of the same story.
Yeah.
So let's sort out 1 or 2 questions which you want to ask me. And then let me leave because you have very committed journalists who are very, poor apologists for one old Ghisa-Pita dialogue. So you can keep debating that after you have asked me whatever you want to ask me.
This is exactly what actually is disturbing us.
I'm getting very bored.
This is what actually is disturbing us.
The same old story, the same
you have given them enough time now.
Arguments and dialogue. I'll go back to 1984, then I'll go back to partition.
Not at
we can
all,
keep
Mr.
arguing
Goyal.
Godra has had rights for 200 years. Now they are
testing what I have just articulated,
which the people have rejected. So if they can continue to talk that after I've left, you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer.
Move on this. Move on this. What he's saying. Move on this. What he's saying.
Just a minute.
Mr. Amit Shah said that.
Why?
Can I just Sunil Alagh, just a minute.
Anybody who is talking against him, he becomes ultimately the what Mr. Kamal is saying.
Sunil Alagh, just a minute. Hold yourself back. Hold yourself back. Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. No. Let me say one thing. Mr. Piyush Goyal. Now you see, Mr. Patel, I'm not going to pick a quarrel with you on what you just said.
But that is the kind of arrogance.
But let me say one thing to you.
No, it's not arrogant.
You must condemn
back to 1984, we can go back to partition. The country wants to move on. This is the vote for progress, development. You are again going back to issues
Mr. Goyal,
the people have voted against.
Mr. Goyal, I will repeat to you just one simple point, right? What has been said out here is what are the expectations of a government, right? And one of the things which was said here by Sankarshan Thakur, and he was simply re-quoting Amit Shah, unless you think that what Amit Shah also said was Ghisa-Pita, because he said that Amit Shah said half an hour back on the program that Amit Shah said that we will have to take everybody along with us, including those who did not vote with us.
Yes.
Sankarshan said when the new government comes, the new government must be held to account on what Amit Shah said.
I agree.
And with the greatest of respect, I do not believe that Sankarshan was saying anything Ghisa-Pita. He was saying something very serious, quoting what
Arnab,
Amit Shah said
after
we interviewed him half an hour back. I'm placing this on record.
Arnab, it's so
let him respond.
You are again trying to say that, go back to Gujarat, what will happen to India, look at what happened to Gujarat. I'm talking about that part, not this sentence. In my opening remarks, I said to you that the country has voted for change. The country has voted on a development agenda, on progress. I think the aspirations of India have to be met.
Absolutely not.
And Mr. Modi has clearly said he believes in taking the country together. On the day of the manifesto, he said, I will not be vindictive, I will not work for myself, and I will work for society at large, for all sections.
Yes.
Now, I think you need to give the new government a chance. I think it's high time the polarization of this nation stopped and we looked at India holistically. That's exactly what Amit Bhai said, what Modi ji said.
I think when Mr. Piyush Goyal, now let's hear the other side. Just 1 minute. I do believe Mr. Amit Shah said something significant. And Mr. Piyush Goyal, I always say this, to the winner and the loser, not just in a political contest, but in any contest. It is even more important for the winner to listen to all points of view, and that's all the point that is being made. So if you are going to be a clear winner, the expectation will be that you will listen to all points of view. And Kamal Faruqui wants to say something. Kamal Faruqui wants to say something. Please hear him.
I am
One
also
second.
waiting
Kamal
for my
Faruqui to
turn.
Piyush.
The moot point in the whole debate is